Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 24 of our commentary for Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Last time we arrived in Twilight Town, discovered that the villagers are periodically being turned into pigs one by a mysterious unseen monster. And in today's episode, we are going to hunt the monster down and hopefully put a stop to his antics.
That's spooky.
Yes, we've arrived at the doors of the steep creeple.
Yeah.
The Creepy Steeple.
Mario's about to find Jesus.
The Crumple Stomple.
The Rumble Dumble. The Creepy Steeple looks kind of like Death from Soul Eater.
I don't know,
Like
it
it's
looks more
got
like a
the-
church to me.
Sort of stovepipe hat look.
You want to know something stupid? When I first played this game, I didn't know you could unlock that gate.
Oh.
So every time, I went under the fence.
The idea that you can unlock a chain from the back as if, like, it just has a regular, like, turn lock on the back, but a key on the front.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Mario might be able to turn sideways to fit into tight spaces, but if it's diagonal, it's no way. It's no deal. Now this chest right here has a quest item in it for one of the Trouble Center tasks, so you're going to want to grab that while you're here.
Mario makes a very unsettling noise when he rolls up into a tube.
That's the
I love
sound of
it.
his spine.
Yeah,
crackling.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. It sounds like his spine is going...
Well, this is the spooky chapter after all.
Hey.
It's to be expected.
That looks just like a star piece.
It's just like a Starman.
I will not make a musical joke. I will not make a musical joke.
Trey, if you don't, Nick will.
I feel like Nick is gonna do it anyway.
Because he said he wouldn't, I won't. Gotta leave that joke waiting in the sky. Wait, no. I didn't.
I'm sorry, what's that ability?
It reduces the cost of, or the FP cost of special moves by 1 point. Pretty good badge, but the one you really want is Flower Saver P, because that drops the FP cost for all of your partners, which is really good because some of your late game partners have some very costly moves.
Oh no, Pandora's box! Is there one boo left inside called
You
Hope?
guys were paying attention.
12.
How are you
I'm
supposed
confident.
to know?
Or B and C.
Good.
12.
Very good. Math nerd.
Hey, you're the one who asked me.
But how are we supposed to know that?
You just guess.
So, like, all it gives you is...
What are you,
life?
not a math nerd, Trey?
I mean, if you
Can
have
not
enough
count.
HP by this point in the game to which the Ultra Shroom is useful to you, like, you're doing something wrong.
Are you, though?
God, these boos are extra, like, sly looking.
Slim
Is this where Don't Bully, whatever that Undertale enemy's name was, came from? Hey, you said you weren't gonna bully him.
Well, hey, then he started to bully me. I
You're
was just
breaking your
retaliating.
promise, Joe.
Yeah.
You said you wouldn't be mean to him.
Now, this section here is actually completely optional. You don't have to open that chest with all the booze in it. It's basically just to kind of... Well, honestly, it's more of a nuisance than anything, but I wanted to show off this optional boss here.
So, canonically, is this how big boos are created?
Yeah, it's like,
Nick, I don't think these games are canon.
it's like Jalhalla.
Yeah,
It's just a big ghost made of smaller ghosts.
real GCG fans know all about Jalhalla.
Which is why I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what a Jahal is.
Remember the Earth Temple boss from Wind Waker?
I don't...
It's the big fat ghost from Wind Waker.
Wait, that thing you fight in Ganon's castle?
Well, technically, yes,
One of the things.
but... he was in the Earth Temple.
Is that the one that looks like a puppet?
The one with Medley.
Yeah.
That's not specific enough for it. It's the
It's the ghosts made of little ghosts.
Yeah,
The
I know who Medley is.
underground temple with the bird girl.
Aren't like half of the dungeons in the game with Medley?
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh,
No.
it's the weird pig ghost. I remember now.
Yeah. Ganon.
Oh, he's called the Atomic Boo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because he's radioactive.
Radioactive.
Mario may win this fight, but check in like 20 years.
Well, you're kicking his ass, honestly.
Yeah, kind of like Rockhawk, this boss really suffers from the fact that he doesn't have any defense.
And also, just like Rockhawk, you angered him by beating up on a bunch of small, helpless people.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's just Mario. He's just being on brand.
Wait, why are you using an item right?
It's the condition for this fight.
Mario's wondering the same thing.
Just kill
It's
him.
weird that his attack turned Yoshi invisible.
Oh no, it wasn't his attack, it was an audience member, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm guessing that Boo's getting fired later.
I think they're all fired.
Vincent got to be extra spooky this chapter.
Yeah.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah, this is a badge I'm kind of on and off with in this playthrough because it's like it's nice to have, but it is kind of a luxury. So usually if I get something else that I want to equip, like that's the first one to go.
So wait, doing that boss releases all these boos into the place?
Yeah, so now the Boos are regular enemies. And for your convenience, I cut out most of the battles with them. I cut out those first two because they didn't even manage to damage me, and I wanted to at least show like what their attacks are. But you know, like I say, like this whole Boo section is completely optional if you don't open that chest.
I like it though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I guess Atomic Boo would count as an optional, or as a secret
As like a super boss?
then.
Yeah,
Maybe not a super boss, but an optional boss.
yeah. I like the front gate of Creepy Steeple. I actually didn't discover that the Atomic Boo was a thing until after I already beat Chapter 4.
Oh.
And I was like coming back to like look for items.
I kind of like this section though. Like adding the boos is kind of like a difficulty setting. Like how hard do you want this area to be?
Yeah. I also just like Creepy Steeple in general, because it doesn't feel like I mentioned in the last or in the last episode. I appreciate that this, or was it the last episode? I think it's just been kind of a general sentiment in recent episodes. I appreciate that this game isn't afraid to do something a little darker from time to time, like when it needs to. Because there's a lot of Mario games with kind of like spooky areas, but I feel like in recent years they've kind of, and I know it's Mario, I know it's like an E-rated kids franchise, but I feel like they've kind of sucked a lot of the fear out of the spooky areas of Mario games.
I don't know, I was terrified of the Boo's Manor in Mario 64, well, Mario 64 DS. 'Cause I didn't really play that much of the original Mario 64.
But that was before they kind of... For me, I would kind of attribute it to like the new Super Mario Bros.ification of the series.
Yeah. That's fair. Trey, what is happening to you right now?
I'm
Are you okay?
I'm singing the Ghost House theme from Mario 64.
Yeah.
It's the best. Wait a minute.
Again, that's old.
Is it wait, the Ghost House theme, is that the one that goes bow 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 bow?
Yes.
You were saying, Joe?
Well, I was just saying that New Super Mario Bros. Ruined my life and the Mario series, and
Wait, how?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like those games, or like the success of that first game on DS, kind of sent Nintendo the wrong message. Where like that game sold well because it was like a simple game with Mario on the cover for a console with a really big install base. It didn't sell well because it was like amazingly good.
Yeah.
But Nintendo didn't really, and this is all just from observation, but I don't feel like Nintendo really understood why that game was so like disproportionately successful.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I feel like that series had kind of a detrimental impact on like the creativity of the Mario series for a while because, you know, we're kind of coming out of that era with stuff like Odyssey, but like for a while it was just like we only get enemies from like Mario 3 and Mario World. All of the aesthetics have to be like really safe and bland and generic, and like you can't do anything too crazy because all people want is like the same thing they got when they were kids.
So I've just noticed a recent habit I've picked up, which is making caveman noises
What?
in response to things.
Interesting observation.
Did you do this recently?
Yeah, when Marley showed up, I was like,
I see. Oh boy, Sir Swoop.
Wait, how do you hit him that high?
With the hammer, of
throw
course.
a rock at him.
Wait a minute.
Well, see,
Throw
I
your
hit him
hammer.
high, hit him high, hit him high. You hit him low, hit him low, hit him low.
You know, nobody ever throws rocks at the enemy from the audience.
Goku, stop telegraphing your attacks.
So here's an important question that I need all of you to answer. What do boos taste like?
Well, normally, mallow. Not the character, the plant. But depending on color, they can taste like different things. For instance, green boos taste like mint, and orange boos taste like, you know those, like, party, like, marshmallows that have, like, orange and green and yellow colors?
Yeah.
Like circus peanuts?
I mean, not quite like circus peanuts, like circus peanuts, but actually edible.
I loved circus peanuts when I was a kid, but then, like, I tried them again later in my life, and they were just, like, no taste.
Those
They're
are
just
one of those
nothing.
candies that, like, after about half a bag, you're starting to kind of reel from the stomach ache.
Yeah, the circus peanuts are just nothing.
Yeah?
It's the steeple key.
Yeah.
It's for people who want to feel like they're eating something.
Like lettuce.
Standard white booze probably tastes like gravy for biscuits and gravy, like white gravy, but without salt and pepper.
Guys, this is a dangerous conversation. This is how Chapter 3 of the original Paper Mario got started.
Yeah, the reason I asked that is because the original Paper Mario confirms that they do have a taste.
Yeah, they are edible, despite being intangible, ethereal beings.
Yeah, Grubba Blubba is rather fond of their taste, yeah?
Oh,
Although
yeah.
I guess if they were intangible, then they wouldn't be able to harm you. So
stop hurting him, he's already dead!
Stop! He's already dead.
I'm not gonna lie, I know I haven't pointed it out earlier, but every time Mario does that little grunt before he slams the hammer down, it's really funny.
yeah, yeah. The original Paper Mario didn't have any voice clips in it, did it?
Did they get Martinet in for an afternoon? Just do like 10 voice clips for us.
Pretty
Or maybe
much.
they just took Martinet's original audition where he went on for like 10 minutes because they didn't stop him.
What if
They
what if
actually-
Mario just said like random things while you're exploring in this game?
They actually haven't paid Martinet in, like, decades. They've just used his library. They just compiled a library from all his initial audition stuff.
I mean, you say that.
They probably gave him like $1 billion up front, and they're like, all right, you're also part of the PR department now.
Here you go, you're a billionaire now
They had
because
this.
apparently
Yeah,
we
they
can
just
do that.
had this guy who was like the last one to audition, like after they had already like finished their casting call. They got him into the studio, had him record a demo tape, and they're like, okay, here's $1 billion. We don't know if we're gonna want to keep you on or not, but here's $1 billion.
They actually didn't pay him for it. They just compensated him by sending him little plushies of Mario characters so he could just, like, do little skits with them on Instagram.
Are you?
God,
And that's how he makes all his money.
that's just despicable.
As an Instagram influencer.
I will say, Nintendo has not been shy about reusing Mario character voice clips in recent games.
No.
I mean, they haven't been shy about reusing lots of things.
The one infamous one for me is the Peach screaming Mario from Galaxy. Because
Yeah.
it's been the exact same voice clip in, like, every single 3D Mario game since Galaxy.
So, just out of curiosity, was that stained glass window always a picture of... Or did he have it remade when he moved in?
Wait, a picture of who?
A picture
Maybe
of...
he well, I mean, he is, like, a creature in a bedsheet, so maybe he just, like, dressed himself to resemble it.
Oh, hey, it's...
Yeah.
It's this guy.
What are you calling a monster?
Nick, his name is a monster? Good.
By the way, before we move too far away from the previous conversation, I wish they would make a modern Mario game using the voice clips from, like, the N64 Mario Party games.
Oh, yeah,
Or,
where it's, like, the German cast.
Yeah, where, like, Luigi was just a higher-pitched Mario, and just, like, all kinds
Well,
of
in
stuff.
Smash Bros. Melee, Luigi was literally just a... Or, okay, and 64, he literally was just Mario's sound clips, like, pitch shifted.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, plot.
Yeah.
Slick.
So here we have the monster of Creepy Steeple, I guess.
The Phantom of the Steeple is a
Whose
bitchy.
real name will definitely not be important later, so don't worry about
You're right.
it.
Yeah. Well, clearly
I always
you can
thought it was
see...
a fun twist that, like, you know, we have this really kind of dour premise of the villagers getting turned into pigs, and like, oh, it could be you next, and like, what's causing this? And then you get up to the, top of the steeple, and it's like, hey, how you doing? Name's well, I can't tell you the name.
It's just a
It's just
trick-or-treater in a party
Kirby in a
hat.
sheet and a party hat.
Just this very kind of sarcastic guy. I don't know.
It's like finding out the serial killer is like a dad of 5.
Oh yeah,
In a
like
movie.
half of all serial killers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not quite the same thing, I would say.
Like
That's
that
what it feels
that
like
Lawrence
to me.
Fishburne movie.
You mean
Who is
CSI?
this guy providing for, Trey?
The
Does he-
Matrix? What
Well,
else is Lawrence
Joe,
Fishburne
soon
doing?
we'll find out who he's providing for.
Nice.
But
He's part of Ghosts R Us.
He's providing for his 200 children.
oh yeah, who live in a box downstairs.
I'm looking at this this bell in the background. Did Quasimodo just like lose it and like start just start screwing with people?
So you think you're a couple of heavies, huh?
Yeah, he's like a used car salesman or something. Going back to the original Paper Mario, because I played that one after this one, one thing that kind of blew my mind is that this character is actually derived from an enemy that appeared in the original Paper Mario, the Duplighosts, which would attack Mario by mimicking his and his partner's appearances.
Oh no, it's spooky time.
Fighting with myself.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, oh, oh.
fighting with myself.
Yeah.
So
So Mr. Monster
know
Mash
the
has
words.
has a little trick up his sleeve, being able to kind of crappily copy the image of.
Don't copy that floppy.
But I would just like to make it clear that you can clearly see from his name when you select him that his name is...
Identity theft is not a victimless crime.
Identity theft is not a joke, Dwight. Wait. Jim.
Oh, I like this
Jim,
music.
it's not a joke.
Another A tier boss theme. Unfortunately, we didn't quite level up, but well. I suppose there will be plenty more opportunities for that.
Don't touch it, it's a fake Mario.
It's a fake Mario.
I get it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like just going around passing out fake crystal stars.
But you gotta beat him up first.
Wow, short chapter.
Is this this game's Hideo screen?
Pretty much. At this rate, Mario's quest to collect all 7 crystal stars will be done in no time.
This was a very short chapter.
Wait. Oh, I know why it's making you save
Let's see
here.
what Peach is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's Bowser up to?
Yeah, sometimes it's Bowser first and then Peach.
Wow, Peach is here in Creepy Steeple? Why is she wearing Mario's clothes and mustache?
Just cuts to Peach sitting on a stool, like, in the corner of the room. Like, oh.
I've been here the whole time, Mario.
Oh, I liked the...
Oh yeah, the game froze. Sorry.
No.
Forgot to cut the... Oh. What's this?
Wait a ding darn minute.
Real convincing, Joe.
Thank you.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
He's like a Heartless now.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, in that, like, this isn't just a chapter with, like, spooky aesthetics. Like, this actually kind of freaked me out as a kid, because, like, they don't explain what's happening here at all.
No.
Like, there's no dialogue to explain this until, like,
He turned you
go
into
all
a
the way back
Heartless.
to town. Yeah. And, like, your partner's gone, your...
Riku, you're never getting Peach's heart.
Peach was inside me.
I've been looking all over the place.
I now know, and without a doubt, that the 1,000-year door is light.
Or is it? Find out in part 25.
Or much later than that.
Okay,
But
yeah, let's be realistic. Good
We
night.
come back next time. Bye.